Hi, my name is Matthew Bellisario. Thank you for coming by the BellisarioSonic YouTube channel. I'm coming to you here from the heart of the Deep South on the outskirts of Birmingham, Alabama, talking about music, records, doing record reviews, having conversations, and more. Appreciate you guys supporting the channel and all the wonderful artists that I feature on this channel. Trying to help keep jazz alive, a review at a time, a conversation at a time, and one share at a time by you guys out there. Today I'm going to talk about a subject that I want to hear from you guys on as well, and that is the bad pressing woes, and that is the unfortunate experience that record collectors all have, and that's buying a brand new record and taking it out of the wrapper and putting it on your turntable after cleaning it off well, and you got this noise on the record. And I'm finding that I'm getting more of those lately and having to send them back, and I'm starting to get where a lot of times I would get a replacement and I'm just sending them back, getting refunds now. I'm just getting kind of tired of dealing with this. And it seems like it's getting worse. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this, what you guys are finding when you're ordering new records. And of course, it depends on which ones you're buying, where you're buying them from. If you're buying the Blue Notes, those are pretty solid. If you're buying some of these audiophile that are known to be audiophile records, you're going to have better luck. Acoustic sounds, quality record pressings, all that kind of stuff. You're usually going to have a lot less bad pressings than you would on other record labels, especially smaller record labels. But I'm finding that a lot of times if there's a lot of low dynamics, classical records, jazz records, maybe you've just got one or two instruments, solo piano, piano with the saxophone, piano with a trumpet, and you have a lot of these low dynamics, that I'm finding that a lot of the pressings, there's too much noise on them to enjoy. And that's pushing me towards buying CDs on these particular types of musical releases rather than the hassle of purchasing the vinyl and having to send them back, trying to get a replacement, or just having to send them back and get a refund. Now, as you guys know, I'm a music collector, not just strictly a record collector. Although I prefer records, I love records. I've been listening to them since I was a kid, collecting them since I was a kid, and I prefer the sound of records over CDs. However, I will collect CDs, and you guys know that I do CD reviews on this channel as well. I recently did a review on this First Impressions, Marcello Corelli's new album on the Cellar Music label. Wonderful album on CD. So a lot of these I'm kind of steering towards CD. And I'm going to share with you today some of vinyl records and some CDs I've purchased here lately, both used and new. Just kind of give you a tour of some of the things that I purchased lately and why I purchased them. Something fun to do. And also just to hear back from you guys, to hear what you think on the bad pressing woes. What are you finding that you're getting more of? Are you getting more? I'm finding I'm getting more noise. There's just more crap, more static. Or static sounding noise in the grooves. They're just bad pressings. No matter how much you clean them, you're still getting a little surface noise, and sometimes it's too much with these lower dynamic passages, and it just kind of ruins the listening experience. So I want to know if you guys are getting more of those. Warps seem to be about the same. I am getting warps. If it's too much, if I can barely see the warp and it's not affecting the sound, I'll let it go. But if it's to the point where it's tracking and you'll hear it. If the warp is too bad, you're going to hear the noise. You're going to hear that noise as the needle tracks in the groove, and it's trying to climb up and down, and you don't want that. So I'm finding that the amount of warp records seems to be about the same, but the noisy pressings are getting more common. And it might also be some of the music that I'm buying here lately that have more dynamics, that are low volume, and you really can't have that. So let me just go through some of my records that I purchased here for the past couple of months. And I know I always keep saying I'm buying less records, I'm not buying as many, and then I look and I'm like, I bought more than I thought last month or whatever. So let me know what your buying habits are. But I'm going to go through first the used records I purchased here over the last couple of months, and then some new releases, and some that I've actually just come in that are brand new that I haven't even listened to yet. So a couple of things I did buy. I bought the Jelly Roll Morton collection. 1953, 54, and 55. Almost like brand new. These are UK pressings. I love Jelly Roll Morton. I love the early jazz. And these are just in wonderful shape. I mean, the jackets are in perfect shape. They're like brand new. And the actual records here on these are his master's voice on the Victor label. These are like brand new. I mean, there's hardly a scratch on these. It doesn't even look like they've been played, and they sound fantastic. So I'm always really excited to pick up. I love these 10-inch records too. I'm always on the lookout for them. I enjoy collecting them. And there's a lot of times you can get some good deals, especially on the old jazz stuff like these that people aren't into as much, unfortunately, or fortunately for me, because I can find these. I think I got all 3 of these for like 30 bucks. So 10 bucks a piece, and they're like brand new. The first one's 53, the second one's 54, and the third one's 55. So, and of course, these recordings here, though, are from the 20s, I think 1926 to 1930, Jelly Roll Morton. So those were some that I picked up this month. I picked up a couple of rock records this month, used. Ones that I didn't have in my collection. I got 2 Nazareth records. I love this Malice in Wonderland album. And these were just a few bucks a piece. I picked these up online, I think eBay. And, you know, with shipping, they were under $10. So I picked this one up. I like this album. I picked up the live album called House Full. And this is a double album live. And just a cool rock and roll record, you know. I picked those up. And ones that I didn't have. I picked up several jazz records as well. I picked up this Carmen McCrae double album, which I couldn't find on Discogs. If you guys find this, put a link below, because I couldn't find it. This is on the mainstream label, and I found a couple that were on the mainstream label, but it wasn't this one. And this was a 2 LP set, and just a wonderful record. If you don't know Carmen McCrae, one of the greatest jazz singers ever, and this is just a really cool album that I picked up, and this one wasn't too expensive either. It was like $10 plus shipping on eBay. And so the cover's a little beat up, but the records are pristine, so pick that up. I picked up Return to Forever live at my local record store. This was like $5, and it's almost like brand new. Wonderful record. I'm a big Return to Forever fan, and this is a cool live album here. So I picked this up. I picked up a Duke Ellington album, the All-Star Road Band Volume 2. This was like $5 or $6 at a local record store, and this is a pretty cool album. I think another underrated pianist in jazz that a lot of people don't really listen to and don't know a lot about. And you can find Duke Ellington records almost at local record stores for $4, $5, $6 a lot of times, because people just, you know, aren't into them, unfortunately, or again, fortunately for us who love them. I did pick up this Wes Montgomery Wynton Kelly Trio Smoking in Seattle, which I've wanted for a long time. This is a second pressing. This was $26.99. I went ahead and picked this up, and I was glad to add this to my collection. I'm a big Wes Montgomery fan, and of course, Wynton Kelly, fantastic pianist, and this is just a wonderful album here. So this was a nice one to add to my collection. I also got this from the In Groove. I've been wanting this album for a while. I'll be doing a review on this one soon. Candace Springs, The Women Who Raised Me, on the Blue Note label. This is a double LP set, a fantastic album, wonderful vocals, a lot of great tunes. I can't wait to review this one for you guys. So that's some of the records I purchased. I've got a couple more here that they were in the rock vein. I'm always a sucker for instrumental guitar playing, shredding, that kind of stuff. I still like to listen to that. And this cool album here by Lari Basilio called Redemption, signed here. This is a double LP set that I'm going to hopefully be reviewing here soon when I get some time. But this is a wonderful record and some great guitar playing. She's just a wonderful guitar player, and a lot of cool tunes here. So if you like instrumental guitar playing, you're probably going to dig this. I picked up Bumblefoot's latest album. It just came in the mail. And if you don't know who Bumblefoot is, a wonderful guitar player, kind of a shredder, has played with Simon Phillips and countless others. But this right here is called Bumblefoot Returns. It's a 2 LP set. It just came in the mail. I haven't even opened it up yet. It's still in the shrink. And it also came with a signed art card, which is kind of cool. So really nice card stock and something you could frame or put up on display. So I picked that up. That was kind of a cool purchase at my local record store. I picked up the only Rhino Reserve album that I purchased so far, and that's Southern Nights, this Alan Toussaint album. I have not even listened to this yet. I picked this up about a week ago at the local record store. I opened it up, and it looks like they've got a really nice anti-static sleeve in here and a cool label. And these are supposed to be really cool releases. So this is one of the ones I wanted, and I picked this one up, the Rhino Reserve. So I'm excited about that one. I picked up this at the local record store again. 3 guitars, Larry Coryell, Badi Assad, and John Abercrombie. And this is the Chesy original master here. And I'm really excited to do a review of this. One-step pressing on 180 gram vinyl. And this is just an absolutely killer album. So this is one of the newer ones that I've purchased over the last... this one I picked up, I think the same time I picked up the Alan Toussaint record, so a couple weeks ago. I also picked up, and I have yet to actually listen to this. This just came in a couple of days ago from Amazon, and I need to go through and play the whole thing and make sure that it's a good pressing, because it's a little dinged up here on the corner. And if I'm at the point now where if I get a dinged up record and the pressing is good, I just keep it. It's like, it's not, I could get a replacement and then pick the records out and swap them around and get the better cover and all that stuff. And it's like, you know what, at this point, it's not worth my time to do that. And it's like, I'm not selling my collection to anybody. And if I get good pressing, I'm just, you know, unless it's just mangled, you know, I'll just keep it. And this one's got a little bit of a ding here, and you can see how there's a little bit of a ring wear already on it. So it's already a season for me. Anyway, this right here is Dominique Fils. This is a killer vocal record. I've been listening to this in my car, and she has got an incredible voice. And this is kind of a really eclectic type of album. I wouldn't necessarily call it jazz, although it does have jazz elements, but it's a mixture of jazz, blues, gospel, soul, and her voice is really the centerpiece on this album. And this is a live album, 2 LP set, gatefold, and this I hope to be doing a review on soon. So stand by for that. I hope that this pressing is going to be good. We will see. A couple more here to go. This cool album, pressed at Palace, Massimo Urbani, Piero Fresio, Danilo Rea, and Roberto Gatto, and Giovanni Tommaso, called Via GT. This is a kick-ass jazz album. I'm going to play this for you guys and review this for you guys here soon. But this is just awesome. There's 7 tunes on this. They all range from around 6 to 7 minutes, and it's just kick-ass, modern type of jazz, very intense, a lot of dynamics, cool compositions, unbelievable. So I can't wait to review this for you guys. And I've got 2 more here. I got the Makiko Hiabayashi Gifts album, and this is a beautiful album, almost a combination of jazz and classical music. A lot of quiet passages on here. I've listened to this. It's one of those things where it's not a perfect pressing, but it's not bad enough for me to send it back. So I'm going to review this for you guys. This is just, again, one of those things when it comes to collecting records that you just have to deal with, and you got to decide what's going to be acceptable and what's not. But this is a beautiful album. Compositions on here are absolutely wonderful. The playing is intense and beautiful. So I can't wait to review this for you guys. And then last but not least, I got the Chris Cheek Keepers of the Eastern Door in. I listened to this last night, and it sounds wonderful. This is not the one-step pressing, it's the regular pressing, but the pressing sounds fantastic, and it's a beautiful record, and a lot of great playing on here. You got Chris Cheek playing the tenor soprano saxophones, the great Bill Frisell on electric and acoustic guitars, Tony Shure on bass, and Rudy Royston on drums. I will be doing my own review of this, and this has got a lot of praise, and rightfully so, on some of the other jazz YouTube channels. So, and then I've got a few CDs that I purchased that I want to do reviews of here soon. And these were only available on CD. The Helen Sung with special guest Harlem Quartet. I picked this up. I want to review this. This is awesome. She's an incredible pianist, and I can't wait to review this for you guys. I got this Jim Sinadero's new one in with Peter Washington and Joe Farnsworth called Bird Feathers. This is kick-ass. Still sealed. I just got this in the mail the other day. This is freaking awesome. I can't wait to play this for you guys and review this. Only available on CD. And then I got Simon Phillips' Symbiosis, which is a reissue of this album. And this is just an anniversary edition, 30th anniversary edition on CD. And I'm a huge Simon Phillips fan, as you guys know. And this is a kick-ass kind of a fusion type rock record. So that's what I've purchased here lately, and I just wanted to kind of share that with you guys. And again, just talk about the things that we're purchasing on vinyl record. What are we focusing on? I always try to say I'm going to be more discerning in buying records, but I still kind of have this impulse thing where something's on sale or I find something in the record shop and I'm like, oh man, you know, that's a pretty cool record. It's only $6. Then I buy it. And then, you know, again, when you start getting thousands of records, it starts to kind of get absurd on what you're going to listen to. So I want to hear your thoughts on that. What are your listening habits? What are your buying habits? Of course, this all depends on how old you are, how long you've been collecting records, what your musical tastes are. You know, some people are just focusing on only audiophile pressings. Some people are buying all kinds of stuff, different genres. And some people are, you know, buy CDs for everything. I know some people are just CD collectors. They don't collect any vinyl. So everybody's got their own taste, but I'm really interested in hearing what you guys who are collecting vinyl records, what you guys are buying nowadays, and whether or not you're finding that you're getting more noisy pressings than normal. And again, it depends on what you're buying. If you collect rock music on vinyl, you're probably not going to notice it as more, because again, if you got a little bit of noise in those grooves, you have this loud music, an Ozzy record or something, you're not going to hear those slight imperfections in the vinyl as you will in a classical record or a jazz record with really low dynamics. So just my thoughts more on the pressing woes. I appreciate you guys joining me. Leave your comments, give the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't done that, and we will see you soon with more reviews. Happy listening to everybody out there, and take care.